before I do that, I've got all the power off, so I'm fine. Just gonna take this ground screw, loosen that, and widen this on the back so I can try to get it off without cutting the ground wire itself. That's long enough to where I can probably grab it. Usually I can get my screwdriver in there and bring it out wide enough. See, it's got a loop-de-loo on it. You see the loop on it? Well, it's got one. I'll just kind of get that ground wire over here and out of the way a little bit. I can reuse that loop, I believe, on that. So now I can just take this and flip it over. And see, there's some screws on the back side. And I've got to look at this carefully to see how they've wired it. Because they've got the red wire up here. I would have thought the red wire should go where that black screw is down there, but they've got it up at the top by itself. So when I look at my new switch, you see here's a gold screw, here's another gold screw, and here's kind of a different screw that's black. Okay. And I'm going to rewire it the exact same way as they got it. Okay, so their red wire is up next to the screw. That's all by itself. Okay, the screw that's all by itself here. See these two, I'll put the black wires down there. I'll put the red wire up here. Now the black wires, it doesn't really matter which one goes to which. Okay. I don't think. Usually it doesn't, and I'm not gonna do anything different. And you can install it on the back side of this screw with a little loop, or on this particular switch. See how that little metal thing comes out, slips out a little bit right there? Well, you could take the wire and put it right in there if you want. Right like that, and then you can clamp the screw down, or you can put the wire in the back. There's a little hole right here, and there's a little slot next to the hole that you can put a little tiny screwdriver, and that'll take the spring tension off of the wire so you can pull it out. And that's what they've done here. See, they didn't use the wires, the screws on the back, did they? They used them up here. And so I've got to take my screwdriver and push in and hold my mouth just right. Come on, and pull. Hey, there's my red wire. There's my red wire there. And my black wires, I've got to push in there and do the same thing. It's kind of tricky. Yeah, I see it. This I might have to put my screwdriver a different direction. Let's see here. See, and I'm trying to get it out of what they had before here. And if I can't get it, I'll just have to cut it off and then restrip the wires. I can do that too. I was trying to do it so I could get this out. It's doesn't seem like it's gonna come. Try it that way. No. It looks like those slots are just slightly different. I'll keep trying here. No, I don't think I'm able to do it. Okay, there. See how it came out? I just had to push down on it and I felt it, I heard it click. It's almost like my screwdriver's not, or is too big to push in there. And the last thing, oh, there it goes. Okay, there. These, I had to put the screwdriver in sideways the other direction. That way, this one I had to put going from left to right. Wow. Okay. So that's what you should have so far. Okay? And so now, and before, I was wondering on the three-way switch, does it matter which way you put it? Generally, I don't think it does matter. But on this particular one, it does matter because when it's off, the lights, it's going to be lit. So generally, the lit side is facing up. And I don't know if that's how this is because this isn't necessarily always going to be on. This could be on down there if the other switch is turned the opposite direction, you know what I mean? But it does have the word top right up in there. I don't know if you can see that. And so I'm going to make that facing up. And that's how the ground wire was set up from before. And so I'm going to put that on there. And I'm going to run it the same direction as the wire, as the screw. And just kind of twist that back on. Tighten this up. Usually I can figure stuff out. Okay. And we know that's going to be facing up. And we know the red wire was up in that top screw. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and tighten these screws down. I just don't want them in the way. You know, when I push everything back in, I don't have to overly tighten them, but just so that they're snug. That's just something I do. Okay. Now, before I do anything with these other wires, I'm going to kind of straighten that to a certain extent. But on this one, the sheathing was stripped. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if I can't move you in there really nice and close. You see that right there? Somebody tagged that with their sheetrock knife when they were stripping the main sheathing. That's a no-no, because if that touches anything else in there, it could cause a short, it could cause a spark, it could cause a fire, lots of things it could cause. And none of them are good. Okay? So, before I hook it up, I've got my electrical tape. I haven't used this tape forever. I'm gonna wrap some tape around that. And I'm just going to pull it off. Some guys do it with the roll of tape on there. You can do it that way, or you can do it this way. I just want to make sure you get it on, pretty tight. Okay, so I'm just wrapping this so that that bare wire is not exposed. That's a no-no. No, we don't want that. Wow, I'm glad I'm taking this one apart, I guess. Okay. And I think, just for the sake of argument, I'm going to put a little bit more on. Just so I have it nice and thick around there. Okay. I think I'm good. That'll keep it protected. Okay. You with me so far? I'm going to look at this, and remember the red wires going up at the top, and on there, here's the old one here. Okay. There's little holes where you can put the wire. You just look for the hole, stick your wire in it, and it's got a little spring-loaded deal in there. It kind of catches, and you saw how I pulled it out. And if you can't pull it out, see, push it in there and pull back on it. Make sure you get it in the right hole, not the hole where you put your screwdriver. Okay. Now I can just take these, make sure I get it in the right hole, push it in there. Boy, that one's okay. Like that. Okay. I've got it facing up. And I'm going to rearrange these wires like that. And I'm ready to push it back in there. Okay? That's what you're supposed to have so far. Okay. That's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos.